Ya, bagi Anda yang besar di era 2000-an, di tahun 2000-an, ya, pasti familiar dengan hits seperti I'm Just a Kid, Perfect, hingga Welcome to My Life. Yap, lagu-lagu yang dibawakan oleh band bergenre pop-punk tersebut berhasil melambungkan nama Simple Plan. Berkiprah selama 20 tahun di industri musik, Simple Plan masih aktif menghasilkan karya. Bahkan dalam waktu dekat ini, Simple Plan ini akan merilis album terbarunya dan mengadakan tour. Join us from California, United States, Pierre Bouvier from the one and only Simple Plan. Hi there, how are you?
I'm doing so good. How are you?
I'm good. Oh my God. I've been hearing your songs since I was high school. So lucky me, I can meet you in person, virtually even. Yeah.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pierre, for doing this interview. So speaking about your upcoming album, Harder Than It Looks, what will be released on next month on May 6th. So your fans incredibly excited and have waited for the album. Share us about the album and what makes actually it harder than it looks.
Well, I think it's we're always trying to find a clever name for our albums that have a bit of a jokey side to it. And Harder Than It Looks was it's a perfect thing to say, and you can say harder than it looks. That's what she said, but that's you don't want to talk about that on TV. But I think the idea is that people look at people in bands, they look at sort of rock stars, celebrities, and it always seems like, oh, what a great life, it'd be so easy, but there's so much work behind it. And yes, it is a great life, but we put so much work into being in this band, and I think also 20 years later, we're still here, we're still making music, and we're still together. And I think that it was just supposed to be a joke about like how, it seems like being a rock star is all about partying, but really it's a lot of work. It's more work than people think. You go on tour, you're traveling in planes, you're sleeping in a bus and doing your thing. But it's been a great ride. And it's harder than it looks, I guess. Okay.
We know that you, Simple Plan, recently celebrated the 20th anniversary of your debut album, No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls. So over than 20 years, we still can feel the same spirit in the Simple Plans. So actually, how do you put the same passion, the same spirit, the same feelings, the same motivations into your music?
Yeah, well, I think, maybe you can relate to what I'm going to say because, I think that age, we all get older. You were saying before how you used to listen to Simple Plan when you were in high school. I don't know about you, but I still feel like that same guy. Of course, I look older, I have kids now, I'm married, I've got responsibilities, but I feel like the same person. I feel like the same guy that used to write the songs like I'm Just a Kid and Perfect and Welcome to My Life. So we just keep doing what we love to do. Every time we make a new album, we get together, we write some lyrics that we feel passionate about and that and we try to put it into a song that feels like what the best we could do. And so, yeah, that's the way I guess it naturally, we maintain that energy by naturally just wanting to always make great songs. And now we have so many fans around the world. We really appreciate them. And I would say more than ever, we try to work even harder to make the best records possible, because not only for us who love making music, but for them who are waiting for years for a new album.
Yeah, but one thing for sure, for me, Simple Plan never gets older, right? After 20 years.
Thank you. That's so awesome. Thank you.
That's what speaking about the album. Besides the album, ahead of your upcoming tour, Blame Canada Tours. So how was actually the preparation?
Excited. I'm actually, so I'm leaving on Thursday, so I'm packing my bags, getting ready. It's the first time that we're going on tour, like a real tour since the pandemic. So it's an adjustment. I have to prepare my kids, like Daddy's going away for 5 weeks now. But it's super fun. I'm excited to go on tour with Sum 41. It's going to be a really good tour. The fans are excited. And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because it's been so long, but I'm very excited.
Okay, we're also excited actually. So speaking about your new music video, Wake Me Up When This Nightmare's Over, the video was directed by one of Ukrainian filmmaker, Jansanon, with also Ukrainian cast and crews, right? So actually where this idea came from?
Well, I can't take too much credit. It was Chuck's idea because we had made 2 videos with this director, Jensen, who is from Ukraine. And he's a great, talented guy. He's been making great videos for us for this whole album so far. And when this crisis started happening in Ukraine, you know, it only felt natural to go to him and say, like, hey, would you like to do something about this? Can we make this video about the Ukraine? And can we, you know, put a spotlight on it? And in some ways, if we could try to raise money to help people that are in need. And he was ecstatic about the idea. He even said that he was hoping we would come up with this sort of plan. So yeah, so basically he used his same crew that he uses, which is a lot of Ukrainian people. It felt like we had to do something. And the fact that Jensen, who now has become our good friend and super talented filmmaker, was already involved with Simple Plan, it felt like it had to happen.
And speaking about 20 years, Simple Plan in this music industry, so over than 20 years, is there any agenda or plan or maybe something that you and your band, Simple Plan, want to do, but maybe haven't achieved yet so far?
Right. You know, I think, you know, we have had so much success in the past, and I feel so lucky to have all the fan base that we have, some in Indonesia, all over Southeast Asia, Australia, South America, all over the world. We have so many awesome fans. I think the main goal now is to maintain that and to, you know, we want to be a band that continues on for another 10 years, another 10 years after that. We love what we do, and it's really, really fun. I'd like to, you know, just keep touring, you know, and it's funny because after being held in our homes for 2 years, I think we've come to a new appreciation and realization of how lucky we are to do what we do. So now the main goal is to get back out there and go to places like Indonesia and go to see our fans who've been waiting for so long and get to do what we love to do.
Yeah, Simple Plan is still just a kid, right?
Exactly.
Like okay.
Now I'm an adult and life is still a nightmare. I don't know what to say, you know.
So if you can flashback, what do you want to tell to yourself 20 years ago?
Good question. I would say you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. Believe in yourself. I think the one thing I would like to do, because I don't know if it's because the times we were in and the lack of social media back then, but I think that when we first started coming out in 2002, 2003, we had lots of success, but we didn't really realize what was happening. I would like to tell my younger self, hey, take a moment and all these amazing things that are happening, these award show you're playing, these big concerts, the traveling, take a moment to appreciate it, because it goes by really quick, you know, like you look back and it's like, oh my goodness, 20 years went by, and I'm like, I wish I would have taken more time to be like, hey, this is awesome, you know. We were always just so focused on going forward. We were like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing?
Yep.
That would have been good to take a moment to breathe for a minute.
Never enough for Simple Plan, because you know that 20 years is very, very long journey. We really appreciate that. Okay, last but not least, Pierre, is there any special moment when you had a concert and visiting Indonesia, and what do you want to tell to your fans here in Indonesia?
We've been coming to Indonesia, you know, since the very beginning. I think we started coming to in like 2004 or something like that. As a young guy, if you asked me would I ever imagine that we'd have the opportunity to travel to Indonesia and play for fans there, I would say you're crazy. It's never going to happen. So we're just always so excited to go back and play shows for the people out there. And Indonesia is such a beautiful country, so many beautiful places and incredible people that are so kind. We've always felt so welcome there. And I just cannot wait till we get the opportunity to go back. And I guarantee we will be back to Indonesia. But we love you guys. We miss you guys. And I can't wait to see you again.
Yes, can't wait to see you. Thank you so much, Pierre, for giving us the opportunity. Thank you for having this interview. Best of luck for your upcoming album, your upcoming tour. We hope we can see you soon in Indonesia. Yeah, I can meet you in person soon.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. All right. Take care. Have a great one.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.